Congratulations, you've got to the end of the database section. So for all you lovely technical people, here are some technical details on data storage for your Moralis database. First things first, you don't need to worry about how data is saved while using the Moralis SDK. We will do whatever we can do to make sure that the data is saved in your database correctly. But by knowing a little bit more about how the data is stored on the Moralis platform, you'll be able to avoid some possible issues. So first of all, if we start off with data storage, Moralis stores data as JSON, so feel free to use any data type that can be converted to JSON. There's a section here called Data Types and Objects. This guide shows some platform-specific examples. Your data will normally be stored in objects, so you'll be familiar with using key-value pairs. Just make sure that you don't use any $, full stop, or underscore types as at the beginning of your keys. They're reserved for the framework to handle additional data types, and they'll throw an error if you use them. Key names have to start with a letter. Make sure that you're only using numbers, letters, and underscores within the name of the key, but values can be anything that is able to be JSON encoded. As far as data type lock-in, be aware that whenever you create a brand new class, you don't need to define the object schema yourself. Moralis will take care of that. But a field is locked once it's set. So if you set a field name to the type of number or string, then that field will be restricted to specifically either that number or that string, whatever it was initially set to. If you try and change it to something else, then the server will throw an error. And one special case is that a field can be set to null no matter what it is. The data browser, which you're pretty familiar with already, is the web user interface where you can do your updating and creating of objects in your apps. Always keep in mind that the object ID, the created at and the updated at fields cannot be edited, and they're set automatically. And those little hints will just make sure you don't run into any problems with the data in your Moralis database. Excellent, so that wraps up the database section. Let's move over to Cloud Code.